Good morning, students. Welcome to the online class, session 6. In the last previous classes, we discussed about the crop protection and management. What is mean by crop protection? What is the need for it? What is the need for that, and why we should do the more amount of the crop? Because our country has more population. So, like more population, we have to produce more quantity of the crops, and we should be equally should be distribute for the all over the country peoples. So, we need the enormous amount of the large quantity of the crop protection and how to manage that. Then in the crop protection, there are some of the steps are there before going to the crops. We have to be preparation. Some of the preparation steps are there in the soil because many variety of the soils are there. Different types of soils are there. Different types of lands are there. So it's like no, the landscape is not a equalized. That is, uneven lands also will be present. So that lands should be properly maintained and we have to prepare the soil before going to the crop. Then only it will be suitable for the crop management and the yield also. So in that introduction we discuss about the agricultural practices and first in that 2-3 topics we discussed. First is the preparation of the soil. Why? What is the need to prepare the soil? Because the soil should be soft. Then only the plants, baby plants, roots will be enter inside the soil and we absorb easily water in the minerals from the soil. So that is the preparation of the soil is very, very important before going to the crop. And then after we discuss about the sowing. Sowing method means seeding the seedlings. But we have to select the good quality of the seeds and we have to be select and we should be sowing. Then after the sowing methods, we have to be add some of the manures and the fertilizers, like the nutrients. You all are know, even we are there, we have to be need enough of energy means we require some of the essential nutrients, no? Like that, even the plants also need essential nutrition, the kinds of nutrition. In some soils we will get naturally, in some of the soil we will get continuously because that is the different cultivations. So once we add the manures and the fertilizers, the crop can get proper growth and it can give proper good quality of the yields. So that is the purpose we are using for the manures and the fertilizers. Next step is irrigation. What does mean by irrigation? The supply of the water in a proper intervals. We should give the watering for the plants. What is very very essential compared to the other nutritions. So it's very important. That's what the irrigation is very important. In the previous, we discussed about in the last sessions irrigation and types of irrigations. The traditional methods are there and the modern methods are there. In the traditional methods, we discussed about in the last class 4 traditional methods will be in the irrigations. In this class, we are going to discuss about the modern methods of the irrigation. We see. The second type of irrigation is modern methods of irrigation. What are the use of modern method of the irrigation means here? We can use the water economically. So in our country, the season wise only they are getting to the water from the rain. No? So here what we happen that the uneven lands are not getting properly while the cropping times or cultivating times. So what we have to do, some of the like the scientific and the technology wise modern methods of irrigation we have to be applied for the crop protection. In that first one, sprinkler system. Sprinklers system. And second one, drip irrigation. Sprinkler systems means from the water sources, for example, wells or from the borewells, whatever that, from the sources, the pipelines will be connected from the water sources, then it will be connected by the perpendicular pipes from the sources, the water will be flow in the excess amount of the pressure with the motor pumps. So what will happen to the sprinkler system pipe? The perpendicular pipes will be put the water for the uneven lands. This is using only for the uneven lands, the different types of crops in that. So that is the sprinkler system. Next is the drip irrigation. So one by one we see. Drip irrigation means nearby the plant, the water will be drop by drop if it be put in, that will be reached fastly to the crops. That is called drip irrigation. So these are the two methods in the modern methods of the irrigation. Now one by one we will see. First, sprinkler system. For the irrigation, sprinkler system. Sprinkler system is like a rain how it is coming to children. Like that, for the crops, we have to sprinkle the water upon the uneven land where the sufficient water is not available. So it is useful in uneven land where sufficient water is not available. Water system means in a sprinkler system means from the sources, from the well, for example from the well to the main pipeline connection will be, from the main pipeline connection another perpendicular pipes will be connected to the main pipes. So what will happen when the water will be flow from the main pipes under the pressure, it will be flow easily through the perpendicular pipe. On the perpendicular pipe, there was a nozzles on top of the perpendicular pipes. So once it will start to flow the water, it will be sprinkled all over the uneven land. So all the land will be evenly will get the water. So it will be like a raining. So all the rain will come in, so we can see the down land how it will be become so wet, and equally the plant will be getting moisture, like that. In the sprinkler system, the crops will be get the sprinkler system through the main pipeline connections. It will be connected for the perpendicular pipes. In the perpendicular pipes on that the nozzles will be present. On the top of the perpendicular pipes, the nozzles will be present. When the water will be flow in under pressure, the water will be flow easily to the perpendicular pipes and will be sprinkled all over the uneven land. So what will happen here? The drops will be getting out the rain, like that artificially that's getting to the water. So that's very important. That's very useful for the uneven lands, because uneven land means that we cannot be fulfill the land full of the water in there. So this sprinkler system is very usefully economically for the farmers. So it is useful uneven land where the sufficient water is not available. So that is. Next, it is using for what are the crops we can use for the sprinkler system means lawns. Lawns means like big lands having the grasses, like short grasses or short plants and all. No? So there we can use this sprinkler systems. And coffee plantation. Coffee plantation. The coffee plantation, you can see it's a very like large land at this one. The coffee plantation is uneven land also. So we cannot put the water irrigation like canals or whatever the pipelines. Now we cannot put for that. It will take more time and it is not utilized for that plant. So the sprinkler system only is very suitable for the lawns and the coffee plantation. Next is the drip irrigation. Next modern method of irrigation is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation means the water will be put for the crop drop by drop directly nearby the roots of the plants. So what will happen? Directly it will be reach the root means fastly it will be absorbed by the roots, and the plants will be getting the proper water in the proper time and it will be grow nicely. So that is the drip irrigation. So here water will put near directly to the roots of plants. So easily plants will be get the water. Drip irrigation is used in uses in grasses and grasses. For that type of crops we can use for the drip irrigations. So the water will be directly put nearby the roots means plants get easily absorb the water fastly and it can produce for the other parts of the plant. Then plant can be grow easily. So like a watery fruit. Fruits means you know that it's a watery So that type of plants need the more amount of the water and quickly it's need to grow the plants also. That's what we are using for the irrigation. So in the modern methods of irrigation, there are two types of irrigation. First we discuss about the sprinkler system. In the sprinkler system, we can use the water for the uneven land wherever the water is not sufficient. So there we can use for that. Examples lawns I told you. And then here the drip irrigation means the water will be directly put nearby the roots of the plant. For example, fruit plants and all we can use for this drip irrigation. Apart from this drip irrigation, like a water what you can see on the roadsides in the government will be planting the plants. So we will put for water that and all, they will be fixed the water bottles. You can see often on the roadsides, they will be fixed nearby the plant. Water bottles they will be turned and kept it. In the water bottle cover, they made it one hole. In that for water bottle, they fill the water drop by drop. It will be go for the plants. So nobody no need to go and put the water daily for the street roadways plants in that. No, that is another type of water irrigation. That is water bottle irrigation. So these are the two methods very important in the modern methods of the irrigation. It's very economically useful for the farmers. No need to spend more amount of the money also in that. This technology wise they are using for this modern methods of the irrigation. In agricultural practice, next step is protection from weeds. What does mean by protection from weeds? Means by cropping only in the land, like so many unwanted plants, like undesirable plants will be grow automatically, naturally it will be growing the crops. So that is not just giving more disturbance for the crops. So it will be absorb whatever we are giving the water and nutrition, whatever we are supplying for the crops, that will be absorbed. So the crops won't be getting the sufficient nutrition, sufficient water. No? So that type of undesirable plants are called weeds. Protection. In agricultural practice, the fifth step is protection from weeds. Naturally, in between the crops, there are the undesirable, unwanted plants will be naturally growing there. So that we cannot be controlled. That is naturally will be present in the crop plants. So how to protect from the weeds? Why we have to protect from the weeds means this undesirable plants in the undesirable plants, it will be absorb the nutrients, water, whatever we are putting for the crops. So once it will be take off of the nutrients means how the crops will be grow properly, how we will get the yield properly. That's what we have to protect from the weeds. So what is mean by weeds means undesirable plants from the crops. Undesirable plants. So naturally in the crops, along with the crops, some of the unwanted plants will become grow, that is called undesirable plants. Like that undesirable plants naturally along with the crops is called weed. So why we have to remove them? Let it be grown? No, that is not correct because this type of weeds will be absorb more amount of the water and the nutrition what we are applying for the crops. So we have to remove them. So before that weeds will be grow, before seeding, before flowering, we have to remove that weeds. That only is good for the crop. So before flowering the weeds, we have to remove that undesirable plants. Many methods are there to remove the weeds. So what is the process of this removing the weeds? The weeding. The removing the weed is called weeding. We have to remove the undesirable plants is called weeding. How to remove that? I told you before flowering the weed, before flowering this type of undesirable plants, we have to remove that. That will be by manual also, and by manual is physically like we can use for the man, or in the other some of the methods we have to be using that. That how to remove that is like a plugging before growing that. we have to plug. When we are putting the water by the time the soil will be moisture, so it can easily will be pulled out. So that is one of the method. Physically, manually we have to be take out the weeds, and if we, once we can remove the weeds, properly the crops will be get the nutrition and waters. Next, some of the tools are there to remove the weeds. What are the tools means like in the age, in the previous time they are using different types of tools, that is man-made. Nowadays in the technology wise some of the tools will be present. You can use for that tools also to remove this kind of weeds. So once we clear all the weeds in the crop means the crops can be in the land, crop land, the crop can be get proper amount of the proper and the sufficient amount of the water and the nutrition, and the crop plants can be grow properly. We will get the good quality of the yields. By manual method, we have to remove the weeds uprooting from the land. That is one type of removing the weeds. Another type means we have to use some of the medicines for this. Some of the chemicals we have to use to remove the weeds. How we have to use means, apart from the manual to protect from the weeds, we have to do some of the other methods. That is, we have to use some chemicals to remove the weeds. So that chemicals will be kill only for that weeds. We have to spray upon the crops means only the weeds, undesirable plants only will be die, but the crops won't get any spoil of it. So that is the advantage of it. So the protection from the weeds, we have to use the chemicals to the spray. Chemicals to spray upon the crops. That including the weeds also. So here only the weeds will be died, the crop nothing will be happen. So like this process, the chemicals to spray upon the crop, this process is called weedicides. Weedicides. That means like pesticides means you know it will be kill only the insects. It will be kill only the unwanted animals on the crops, like that. Weedicides means only will be kill only the undesirable plants. For example, weedicides 2,4-B. This chemical will be diluted in a water. So you can see that farmers they can use the spray machine. Backside they will be carrying in that. Before in the tank they will be fill the water. How much of the chemicals depending to the quantity they will mix the water and they will be put it in their backside tank. In that, through the pipe connection, they will be sprayed for all over the crops. What will happen? This chemical will be kill only the plants of this undesirable plant. That weeds only will be killed. The crops won't be get any type of any spoilage of in there because of the weedicides. So that is one more important method protection from the weeds. And this type of weeds, why we have to remove weeds? This type of undesirable plants is the poisonous of some of the animals, some of the even that include the human beings also it will be very poisonous. So that we have to be removed. That is not good for our health and as well as for the animals and the birds also. Even the crops means you know that some animals will come and eat in that. Even the birds also come and eat that seeds in the ground. So that is. So this type of weeds are very poisonous. That's what we have to remove. We must remove from the crops. So there are the two types of removing the weeds. One is manually. Manually means we have to plug out from the uproots before seeding or before flowering the weeds. That is the best time to remove the weeds. That is we can use by the manual method only we can use it. Next method is chemicals. Some of the chemicals we have to use like through the spray like that. That is weedicides. Example 2,4-D. This is the weedicide example chemical that we have to use means only the weeds will be killed, the weeds will be spoiled, the crops will be spoiled. So these are the important methods to protect from the weeds to the crop. Okay, children, today we discuss about the modern methods of irrigation. In that modern methods of the irrigations, why we should use that modern methods, and it is very useful for the economically for the farmers. That is, first we discuss about the sprinkler system, and we discuss about the drip irrigation and use of that which type of crops we can use that is suitable for that, both the methods of the irrigations. After that, we discuss about the protection from the weeds. What does mean by protection from the weeds? Like unwanted undesirable plants will be removed from the crops. It will be a natural way that we have to be removed in a proper time. Then only the crops can be get proper nutrients. And that is two methods are there to protection to protect the weed, that is manually also we can do, and then we can use for the chemicals like a pesticides can be used. So whenever we are using the chemicals, we have to be listen the proper quantity of the chemical should be mixed in the water, then we have to be spray, and the farmers also should be taking precautions for while they are spraying the chemicals upon the wall. They have to be close their mouth and they have to be wear their hand gloves for the face, hands they have to use the gloves, and the face they have to be covered the mask. Like that they have to be take the proper precautions, then only they have to be spray the crops upon this type of chemicals. So in this class we discuss till this much. No assignment for this class. Next session I need to do the assignment for both the class 6 and 7. Thank you children.